68th question of NDA 2 2023 had a question which was similar to the question that was asked in the NDA mock test at ADCI by Uday sir in July.
In the 60th question, they are discussing about the properties of skew symmetric and symmetric matrix, as well as in 36th question, they are discussing about the properties of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix.
We again have a question. The 105th question in the NDA attempt was similar to a question in the mock test at ADCI.
In the 105th question, they are discussing about the decreasing value of the determinant, and in the 79th question, they are discussing about the increasing value of the determinant.
Next, we have a question which was similar to the mock test conducted by Istiaq sir in August.
In 118 question, they are discussing about the sum of the coefficient of the terms, and in 99th question, they are discussing about the sum of the coefficient of the terms. In 34th question, they are discussing about the probability, as well as in 58th question, they are discussing about permutation with the same example.
This test was conducted in August by Aman sir.
In 29th question, we are discussing about the continuous functions, and they are asking about the value of a. In 94th question, it is also about continuous functions and asking about the value of a and b both. In 50th question, here we have been given two trigonometric functions and asking about the addition of the angles, and in 81st question of ADCI, they have been given two trigonometric functions and asking about the addition of the angles.
This question again appeared in August at ADCI and was seen to have appeared in NDA as well.
In the 45th question of NDA 2 2023, the topic is about functions, as well as in 15th question of ADCI, the topic is about functions. In 73rd question, it is a question of differentiability and asking the value of a plus b, as well as in 93rd question of ADCI, it is a question based on continuous and asking about the value of a plus b.
This question was taken from a test by Shahrukh sir, which was again taken in August.
In 55th question of NDA, there has been given a determinant and they have been asking a value, as well as in 27th question of ADCI, the value of the sum of the coefficients is being asked. In 7th question of the NDA, it is based on 3D, as well as in 19th question, it is based on 3D of ADCI.
The test taken by ADCI was conducted in July, which seemed to have appeared again in the NDA.
The first question of NDA, it's based on the length of projection of vectors. And in 64th question of ADCI, it is also based on the projections. In 103rd question and 104th question, they have been asking about the value of the function and the differentiability point of the function. And in 46th question, they have been asking the differentiable value of the function.
This was conducted way back in June, which seemed to have appeared in the September attempt.
In the 37th question, they have been discussing about probability, as well as in 36th question, it is being discussed about permutations, which has the same question. In 73rd question of the NDA, they have been discussing about functions and its differentiability value and asking about the value of a plus b. In the same way, in the 46th question of ADCI, they have been asking the value of a plus b. In 115th question of NDA, it was based on complex numbers, as well as in 107th question, it was based on complex numbers and on the topic of common roots.
This test was again taken in August by ADCI, which seemed to have appeared in the September attempt.
In the 31st question of NDA, it's been discussing about statistics, as well as in 14th question, it's been discussing about the same.
This test was taken back in June, which appeared in the NDA attempt.
In the 103rd question, it has been discussing about the functional value, as well as in 6th question of ADCI, it's been discussing about the functional value. In first question of NDA, they have been discussed about the length of projection, as I discussed earlier, and in 87th question, it's been discussed about the projection of vectors.
This was taken in July by Sumit sir and was a part of the NDA Set B paper.
In 55th question of NDA, they have been asked about the value of E in the determinant, as well as in 23rd question of ADCI, they have been asking about the values of some of the coefficients. In 95th question, they have been discussed about conics in NDA, as well as in 96th question of ADCI by Aman sir. Here it's been discussed about conics on ellipse. In 5th question of NDA, they have been discussed about vectors and the angle between the vectors, as well as in 62nd question of ADCI, here they have been discussed about vectors. In 4th question of NDA, they have been discussed about the collinearity of vectors and to find the value of beta, as well as in 18th question of NDA, they have been discussed about collinearity of vectors and asking the value of alpha.
This test was taken back in May at ADCI and had appeared in the September attempt.
In the 57th question of NDA, they have been shown a determinant and asking the value of determinant of adjoint of A. In 86th question, here's the same question with the same values by Shahrukh sir on May.
28th May.
In the next question, we have been shown the question of sequence and series in 66th question of NDA, as well as in 23rd question, the same question.
This was again taken back in May at ADCI.
In 14th question, they have been shown the value of P and Q and what is the value, and they have asked the value of P into Q and shown in cos. Whereas in 33rd question of ADCI, they have been shown in sine. The second question of NDA, they have been talking about vectors and the properties, basic properties of vectors, as well as in 6th question, it's been discussing about properties of vectors with the same question.
This test was taken back in June at ADCI.
Thank you.
Thank you.